Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Drive-In Talk podcast. And this week, as you can see, we are set up in Sandown Motorsport's new motorsport workshop. There's various projects going on around us. We've got Porsche Boxsters, nice BMW M3, and a VW Golf that's in.
A nice Golf.
A very nice Golf. These having a TCR kit put on it. And
an ABS kit fitted to that front and rear, repair the damage from it.
Yeah.
Usual stuff.
But, Scott, there's motorsport we need to talk about. There's been racing. There's been stuff going on.
Cars on track.
To me, the season has officially started. Now, before we get into the podcast tonight, I'm going to look into my camera, actually. And do you know what? If you are watching this, listening to this, just do us a favour. If there's someone you haven't messaged in a while, haven't got in contact with for a while, just drop them a text. Just drop them a message. Hi, how are you? Just drop in, see how they're doing. It could actually make their day. So obviously this week is actually didn't start off
particularly well.
I've kind of got to mention this on the podcast, but unfortunately the modified Fords did lose one of their own in Ollie Ovenden, and it's absolutely tragic, and my heart absolutely goes out to Nick and Doreen and the family and his beautiful fiancée, little girl. Just it's tragic what that family's been through, first with Matt and with Ollie. So look, I just want to show you some love. So I just hope the Ovendens come through this and come out racing and race on Ollie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. So that's why I said it. If you've got a friend out there, just drop them a message, just drop them a text, something. How you doing? Could make all the difference. There's been racing on track.
There has indeed.
There's been a bit of testing on track as well. Should we start with the F1?
Yeah, let's do that.
Aston Martin, what the fuck is going on with them?
The car seems so volatile.
Really volatile. 4 seconds off the pace, I'm hearing. Could it really be that bad? That's like F2 pace.
Yeah. I think that's a little bit more than sandbagging. And it looks quite a handful. Fernando and Lance have been off today, so that's Wednesday when we record this. I saw this morning Lance putting it in the gravel, which again is not unusual, but when Fernando does it as well, it's a bit... I
saw a clip earlier where Fernando was just getting so frustrated with the car coming out of the corner and the back end's twitching like mad, and you could just see he's getting pissed off with it.
Yeah.
At what point, I mean, there's problems with the cars having to generate an amount of charge for the new systems, and to me, it just looks crap.
It's another energy saving. I don't know if anyone else saw this, but they show you through a lap in testing. I think it was Nico Hulkenberg's when they show you the onboard and how much charge they've got. You spend a lap charging the freaking battery, and then down the straight it's gone. You go into battery charge mode all the way around for the rest of the lap. What's the fucking point?
I thought it was meant to be the pinnacle of motorsport. I get we're trying out new technologies, and I get this is going to be better for everyone, but I'm sorry, if you're the Drive to Survive generation, which I know I've bagged them before, but if you're the Drive to Survive generation and you're watching this, there is better motorsport out there, honestly.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I feel sorry for you, to be honest, for that generation that have got into it post Drive to Survive, because you missed out on the really good racing. Try 2004. Go back and watch that for a season. That was dominant from Schumacher, but Jesus, the cars were good.
But just, do you know what? Just ditch the hybrid crap. Just get rid of all that stuff on it. Run a sustainable fuel, run really powerful engines, and just expect the fact that, you know what? The hybrid systems, to me...
We've only got them because of the motor vehicles on the road. That's where they're trying to get to. But the future is sustainable fuels.
Yeah. And
once we've cracked it...
Motor vehicles are starting to come off the electric and hybrid stuff anyway.
100%. They need to. Because it's not sustainable. It's going to cost too much money to make. The depletion on the batteries is a joke.
Yeah.
And they're so expensive to repair, replace. It's just a false economy. I think sustainable fuels keep the combustion engine. Just make that engine more efficient. Let's get back to proper racing in motorsport. Which is what we need.
I mean, to be fair, out of the F1 engines that have been going pretty well, Mercedes and Ferrari are looking good.
They are, especially Mercedes, although we have found out today that
there's a
FIA being the FIA and F1, they set the rules for their game, and then halfway through, because too many people are crying about it, they then go, oh no, we're going to change the rules to appease these people. Fuck off, you weren't clever enough.
Well, it gets to, I think they're going to change it towards the middle of the year. So it's like, okay, well...
What's the point? I thought it was meant to be a cost cap. So now these teams have then got to develop again to spend more money? It just doesn't make any sense. as usual.
No, it doesn't. It's one of those. It kind of reminds me a bit back in the day. Colin Chapman, ground effect, stuff like that. Teams start crying, start whinging. Oh, right, our car's not quick enough. We haven't been insured today. You know, F1 again. F1 is meant to be the bloody pinnacle. It's a new technology, which to me is bloody fantastic. With these 3D printed pistons that are. It's not even a loophole in the rules. The law just states it's when the engine's cold, that's your CC.
Exactly. They're just clever about it. They've looked at the rules, read the rules. Well, this is my interpretation of it. This works. And it's so clever. Like, brilliantly. But isn't this the same as every single time we do a big rule change? There is someone that will find something and look at the
double diffusers 10, 15 years ago.
Exactly.
When Button won it.
2009.
Yeah.
So all of that, it's just the two teams have done it well. The rest of the teams maybe have been looking at other things to try and get the edge, and maybe haven't looked fully outside the box.
I don't think they have, no.
So kudos to Mercedes, to be honest, and Ford, believe it or not. So
yeah, I mean, again, we touched on it about whether Ford would be able to do it with Red Bull. There's been a lot of change there, obviously with Dietrich going and Helmut Marko going and Christian Horner going. There's been a lot of change on the top management side of things.
Yeah.
Ford then come in. Ford are spending a lot of money throughout global motorsport, a bit like Toyota, right?
Except in rallying.
Yeah. we'll come on to that with Rally Sweden. But I think it was always going to be a bit tricky, but Verstappen has shown in testing that quality will always bring a team forward.
Yeah, you can't knock him on that. I mean, if you go back and actually look at it, you just see how good Verstappen actually is.
So if there is any discrepancies in the engine package, he will probably be able to negate some of that.
Yeah.
I know Ferrari in particular on Lewis's side of the camp have been doing a lot of work on the rear end. They've got a new influence in, especially on making a rear end work with the Kardashian tie-up. You see what I did there?
I did see what you did there. But that's like the Aston. It just reminds me of the Aston Martin ad that does. You know you're not the first.
but do you really care? But it does look like there's a little, not quite a resurgence, but it does look like Ferrari are kind of slipping back where they should be.
We're going to get this. So last year, before they had to raise the ride height, Ferrari were quick.
They were quick. Lewis won the sprint race.
Exactly, and they were looking strong.
Yeah.
And then it was, we need to raise the ride height, so we have to up the tyre pressures. Or then it upsets the car. It's awful.
Yeah.
And the car, I must admit, from the pre-season testing, I have seen some of it. The cars looked a little bit clumsy at slow corners. And then the hazard lights come on.
Yeah.
Which is a new...
That's a new thing this year again. It's like, just leave F1 alone. Just make it the pinnacle. Make the mad, shouty, pointy, screaming cars. Shitloads of fuel in it. Just make it green tree fuel. That's fine. But just make the cars what they should be. Just mad engineering exercises that the kid sat at home at 8 years old wants to go, I want to do that when I grow up.
Yeah.
And then they try and get there and end up in WEC or touring cars.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. Although saying that, obviously, as we do the podcast today, final day of running in Bahrain before they head down, before they go down under. George Russell fastest.
Yep.
Good for Mercedes.
Very good.
Both the McLarens looking good. Piastri, it was in the Motorsport news this week.
Yes.
He's had a chat with Zach, and he thinks there's been a good update on papaya rules, which...
Yeah. And Mark's stepped down from like sort of race weekend duties as well.
Yeah.
For him, so he's changed his backroom team slightly.
Do you think that might have been an issue with Mark sort of in his ear going...
No, honestly, I don't. I don't. I think it's just he's got to structure the way he is. Mark's not just, he just does other stuff as well. So
yeah, true.
And it's a brand. He's a good sort of driver manager, isn't he, with Mark? So I think Mark's done his job basically. He's sort of said, "I've got you here. We are. We're here. Now I'm just going. You get your own team in. I'll concentrate on doing the other stuff for you."
100%.
Yeah, I think that could work. Lando's looking quick in testing again.
I think him and Piastri are looking quicker. So the McLarens are going to be up there.
Of course they are. Mercedes engines.
The Mercedes are going to be up there.
Audi have been playing around with side pods, different side pods on for two different tests.
Yeah. How are they going to do? Realistically, though, are they going to be any quicker than they were as a Sauber?
Probably not this season. It's very awkward to see that one, really. But I think they've been working on this year's car. I think they might surprise us, maybe.
And Williams.
Yeah.
Mercedes engines.
That's probably the only saving grace at the moment.
I hope that's not the case.
So do I. I just think they're now behind everyone else. They're on the back foot. You want to see Williams do well.
Yeah, we do.
I love the new. It's not even new. It's the old. They've gone back to the logo, which is perfect. I think they're tapping into that.
They're looking backwards at the heritage.
Yeah, but it's good because they're tapping into it because you still get the Drive to Survive kids or whatever else.
But
we love Williams like that.
They're looking at the diehards.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we're approximately the same age. We're of the opinion that, the Williams that I know started off as Nigel Mansell, Cannon, Labatt's livery through the 90s, Rothman's, Senna, Hill, Villeneuve. Okay, Senna 3 rounds, bit awkward.
Yeah.
Hill, Villeneuve, and then the screaming V10s and V8s of the BMW Williams.
Yeah.
That's the Williams that I know, fighting at the front.
Always at the front. They should be at the front, to be honest with you. They really, really should be. It'd be great to see them back there. I think we just I'm hoping by sort of midpoint of the season, they've got points on the board. And
yeah.
Because they've got 2 good drivers, let's be honest. It's not as if they've got young drivers that are going to smash the car up. So
no.
Hopefully they can just rally round and get moving. I think they should be, going off last season, they should be aiming for 4th, 5th in the Constructors. I think that's where they need to be looking.
I think that'd be a good shout. Do you think Aston are poised to finish last? Well, effectively, that means Aston could be fighting with Cadillac for the wooden spoon.
Yeah. At the moment, I mean, it's hard to say with Adrian Newey, though, isn't it? The guy, he's so clever. He can just make things happen so quickly. So is he just being too dynamic with the design?
I don't know, but I also think there's potentially stuff going. I mentioned it as a joke last time that let's not count the fact that Lawrence Stroll, the Epstein files are a big thing. He was mentioned in it several times.
Yeah.
That's going to come back to potentially bite him if that blows up.
Yep.
In the next year or so. Aston Martin are under certain financial pressures. Mm-hmm. You mentioned they've had to lay people off. Is that then bleeding into the team? They've just built this fantastic facility at Silverstone, huge facility.
If you look at where they've come from with him and how much that team's worth now, the people they've got on board, it's hard to see how they can fail. They shouldn't fail.
No, they shouldn't, but they are.
Currently, they very much are. Especially when you've got a driver like Fernando, the freak of nature.
But is Fernando part of the problem?
Possibly.
He went to Ferrari. It didn't work.
Went to McLaren.
It didn't
for the second time.
It didn't
work. Went back to Alpine. Renault.
It didn't work.
Exactly.
Has it got to get to a point where, you know what, boys, let's have a clean slate. Lance, thanks for having you. Go and run the Valkyrie project over at the WEC, and let's get some.
Who do you get in though? Who do you look at? If you've got the backroom staff, you've got people like Newey in. Who do you put in that car that can bring that car on?
It's not so much about bringing the car on. You develop together as a team for the amount you've put into it. And you know what? You go out and you get 2. You do what McLaren did.
2 young guns?
Yeah. They went out and got Norris and Piastri, and they brought 2 young guns that had some bloody talent, and you bring them forward. And it gets rid of that glass ceiling in F2 and the lower formula.
Yeah.
Or you do what McLaren did 20 years ago, and you find a young Finnish kid that's in Formula Renault or the equivalent now, and you take a chance on them and you bring them on through.
We did do Sauber first.
Yeah, you did. All right, we'll get him into Audi first. So I'll just take them off again, my rose-tinted glasses. Okay, so that's enough of the F1. We won't know much more now. With it. All the testing's been done, all the sandbagging's been done. Who's winning that first round at Melbourne?
Lando.
Yeah?
I'm going to pin it on there. Why not? That's just my heart over my head, to be honest with you.
I'm going to go with George Russell.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think George Russell. I think he's again a bit pissed off with being seen as the could have driver. He had a few years under Lewis. He's in
the box seat for a contract as well.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He's sort of. You've got Max, who's Max.
Yeah.
Lando's now world champion. Piastri's now quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the next one you've got to look at is George Russell over Leclerc, over Hamilton? George Russell is the next.
He's in the box.
100%. 100%.
I agree with you. Right, let's talk touring cars.
BTCC, Team Plato.
Team Plato. Well, there's not much other news going. I mean, Dan Lloyd's not racing.
Yeah. Do you mean Team Playbo?
Well, that's the thing. Or is it Plabottom?
Bottom toe.
Well, and that is from the news. Obviously, the press release came out, and I was like, "Oh my god, my flabber is gasted. He's driving for Plato Racing."
That is brand new information.
The worst kept secret ever.
He may as well have just fucking announced it as he got out of the car to the media, to Louise. So, what are you doing next year, Dan? I'm driving for Plato.
Yeah.
Fuck Napa.
It would appear that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Dan, love you to bits, mate.
And happy birthday.
Yeah.
It is your birthday today, so happy birthday.
He's a very cool guy, very switched on. Do you know what? I fucking hope everything goes well for him this season. I would put him as a dark horse. Why not? You've got to. Okay, you're developing 2 cars, brand new. I know you've said that Plato's going to struggle to win this year because it's a brand new everything.
It is a brand new everything. But they're going to be, with the complete lack of updates we've had and what we do know, I still think they're going to be a major player, actually, more than what I thought earlier on.
No, exactly. Actually, yeah, I've just realised for our listeners at home, so what we were referring to with Team Plabottom and all that, so Dan Robot, announcing I'm driving for Plato, and we all went, oh my God, we knew this. And then he went, as part owner of the team, and we're kind of like, oh, that's new. So he's bought into it. Mm-hmm. He's put his $5 on the table and he's gone, I'll buy the next round.
So that's obviously Cataclean on board.
What, with Cataclean money?
I think so, yeah.
Would that be how we would do it?
Probably.
Cataclean would come in with their cash and go, right, this is my buy-in.
That's Dan's, they're Dan's sponsor. They go where, that's, I think maybe, yeah, why not? I mean, they've been around the paddock, they've gone this team and that team and taken it there, and they've gone, okay, you've got to kind of do what the team says, this is our money we're putting down there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's now where they've gone, do you know what? We want to be involved. This is us. We see this.
Yep.
And they can move that in that direction.
100%.
Who's going to be the second driver, though?
There's a few out there.
Who? Come on.
Well, you look at the list of names that we've seen over the years. Josh Cook?
Maybe.
Aidan Moffat?
Maybe.
Adam Morgan, I've heard a few rumours that he might be tempted to move across he was at X8 last year.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I don't know if X8 do a good job.
Maybe not. But we know Tingram and Chilton are they're locked in.
Yeah.
Daryl De Leon has indicated that he's leaving and going to Europe.
Yep.
By the look, from what I read into GT racing, so my immediate thought was what I would call the Fanatec GT, whatever it's called now, the GT Europe.
Yeah.
Used to be Fanatec or Blanc Pan.
Blanchepin.
Yeah. Whoever sponsors it now, whatever. GT racing in Europe. He put something up on LinkedIn, 1.7 million share around the world, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's a big that's got to be GT racing of some sorts. Or European Le Mans, maybe.
It's possibly. I think he kind of set his stall out when he put in for the Porsche drive when he did the what was it last year?
The young driver.
The young driver. Yeah, that's the one. So
again, I'm amazed he didn't get that.
No.
Not that I'm slagging the other drivers off, but
he's damn quick, damn good.
He's just one of those drivers that's just absolutely unreal.
Yeah, so I think he set his stall out that he was looking to go GT racing. So I'm not entirely that one. I'm not entirely surprised about.
Now we've got to be careful here on what we talk about in terms of touring cars, because my God, just don't mention finances. Don't mention a team. Don't mention just a team in touring cars not paying their bills and Cosworth taking ECUs out. Because my God, we got some feedback from that, didn't we?
We did indeed. You did upset a few people, but then you that gets you excited, doesn't it?
Well, no. If you bully me, I'm going to flirt with you. I think there was one guy that was just like, what was it he called me?
He called you a muppet.
Oh, he called me a muppet, on which I correctly pointed. Okay, I look like Miss Piggy because I'm a tubby bloke. But, Kermit and Miss Piggy are muppets. I'm not.
No. You've been called worse by better people as well, so don't worry about it.
You called me worse all the time. but it was the fact that a lot of people didn't get what I was referring to.
No, and the thing is, if you're going to comment, it's great commenting on the reel or what we put out, which is fine, but watch the pod.
Honest, I put that out as a test. I thought, do I have to be a bit clickbaity to get some views? Turns out you do.
Yeah, you do. Watch the pod, and everything, it's all put into context, and then you understand. But the great thing is that one person did...
Quite a few people have come out to me and said, Rob, this is how it works.
Yeah.
Which is predominantly... Drivers will not have a massive amount of cash to pay up front. So what drivers will do, driver will go to team will go, here's a contract, it's going to cost you X amount plus damage.
Yeah.
And that is for you to literally rock up, get in the car with your sponsors on the side. Normally you have to pay for extra tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you want extra hospitality, extra tickets, you pay for all of that. That's all.
Yeah, and then if you prang the car, panels, that sort of shit, if you put it in a shunt, if you've got to resell the car, you've got to pay for it.
Yep.
Understandable. So... with the whole, because everyone was like, whoa, Cosworth have to pay their bloke. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So a touring car team, they have certain people they have to base. They have certain people they buy for parts, and they have certain accounts that they have. I think Cosworth do all the electronic gizmos, the touch screen bit, and and the dash and the ECUs. It's all part of a Cosworth thing.
Yeah, and then you've got your different ones for the engines.
And it's
Swindon or Motor M Sport is the other one.
There's a load of others. People, or Neil Brown.
Yeah.
So people will have accounts with those as well. And so my understanding is with Cosworth, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anyone from Cosworth watching, let me know. Honestly, just DM the page, I don't mind. So I think the Cosworth stuff is hired.
Yeah.
At the beginning of each seat.
Yeah.
So it's on like a lease. And,
you don't own it, yeah.
In this certain instance, and again, I never mentioned any team, and I'm not going to.
No.
I don't feel it's right. I'm not going to mention the driver. But the team had been racing all year, owing this build to Cosworth, and that's when they got to the last round at Brands before FP1.
And they'd had enough and took them all out.
And that certain driver's father had to stump up for 4 sets of Cosworth ECUs.
Yep.
At 75 grand.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of stuff we can elaborate on with that team because we know loads of stuff about that team. I won't say that team.
100%.
So, yeah. I know the thing is, we know more. You might there's fans of this team or that team or whatever team, and we understand. You know your colours to the mast, but we know different. So,
and motorsport is about passion, but one thing that really gets to me is there are also a couple of comments going, "Well, that's how motorsport's always been." No, pay your fucking bills.
All because it has been doesn't mean it should be.
No.
So
exactly, there's always been dodgy characters in motorsport.
Oh yeah, it's a breeding ground.
First and foremost, you pay your bills and you pay your team. The amount of people that I know that are in the fixing race cars game that
and they don't get paid.
And they don't get paid. They do a race weekend on a promise, I'm going to pay you X amount, and they're chasing and chasing and chasing. I had someone come to me saying they're waiting 5 months for an invoice to be paid for coaching.
It's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable. People are trying to pay flipping bills.
Yeah.
And
it's a job. It's not a...
Yeah.
We all do it because we love it and we do a hobby. We've covered that. But
and again, this isn't just touring cars. This is lots of other series. There's people trying to entice drivers into the cars, spending all the money. So they're saying, we're going to get you in a car for this amount and we're going to give you this, this, and this. Okay, that's fine. And then the driver's being asked for extra money.
Yeah. You know what your budget is.
And they ask the fact of, okay, well, where's my money gone? And the team can't say that. So there's a lot of that sort of stuff going on, which we hear.
And it's not, we're not just slating touring cars.
No,
it happens and down the paddock. It happens at Club Motorsport, and it happens in Formula One.
And shout out to Chris Grimes, actually, because I've spoken to Chris a couple of times, and he actually messaged us and said it goes on in Club Motorsport. I get, I try and chase payments, and it happens everywhere. And I just, I get it's tough out there at the moment, but
it's tough for everybody.
It's tough for everyone. I mean, I had a phone call saying my bloody turbo is going to cost me 600 quid to repair, which I'm a PAYE worker, so I'm thinking, oh, God, next month's going to be tight, and I'm probably going to miss the first round definitely, which I was going to anyway, so I'm probably not going to be racing until May, June time. So it's just one of those, okay, I'm going to miss the first round. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You kind of have to lump it, but unfortunately there are other people out there that just don't like to pay their bills. Anyway, on from that. There's lots of other stories to come from the British touring cars. Who's going to fill the 2 seats at PMR? 2 brand new cars.
Well, you heard a little rumour earlier on. It's not nailed on is it? It's literally a rumour. We might be right, we might be wrong.
I heard Moffat and Patterson to PMR potentially, which would be good.
So, with De Leon going, and if Moffat goes...
Yeah.
Where does that leave WSR?
I don't know. Mikey Doble?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he's won in compacts before.
He'd be cool. He'd be brilliant. So
He would be good.
come on, Carl, get on the phone. We want to know.
100%. I mean, they've had a really nice article in the Motorsport News.
Yeah.
So they're kind of looking into anniversaries and stuff like that. There's always been sort of rumours swilling around that WSR would be for sale at the right price.
I think every team's for sale at the right price, to be completely honest with you.
And let's be honest, Dick Bennett's is getting on a bit.
Leave him alone. He's a legend.
He is a legend, but, you know, it gets to a point in life, Scott, health and stuff
Yeah,
like
and
that.
they want to go GT racing. I think you cannot make a successful business, from what I've learned, in British touring cars anymore. It's not financially viable. GT racing, you can.
Okay.
So I think this is probably why they've looked down the GT route, looked at other teams that have possibly also looked into touring cars and seen, do you know what? We can't make money there. Because these teams don't do it because we're just going to go racing. They do it. They want to make money. It's a business.
Well, yeah, they have to.
Exactly.
They've got people to pay.
You've got overheads to pay, people to pay, and you want to go racing at the same time.
Yep.
If you can't do that British touring cars, what else can you do? Oh, I can go and do that in GT racing. And there's so many series and opportunities in GT racing that you can then go and make money at. And have a successful team, have fun while you're doing it, and build a legacy. Dick Bennett built a legacy on F3.
Yeah, he did.
And then touring cars as well.
Well, you know, the fact that he ran the Ford Works team, then the Honda Works team, then he got BMW back into the sport through what was the early WRC, RAC days, winning with Colin, and then got them back in as a manufacturer. Now, anyone that's listening that's a BTCC fan, and I see the comments all the time of, we just need to do this and this to get manufacturers aren't going to come swarming back to the Brit. Those days are gone.
Yeah, they're not looking at touring cars as a whole anyway. If you look at, there's no world touring cars or anything else in TCR.
The only place you will see manufacturers is on World Motorsport. I mean, even WTCR as a concept is struggling.
Yep.
You know, you will get, I think there's one or two new sort of TCR prototypes being made, but I think manufacturers now will look at World Rally, F1, World Endurance, GT
yeah, 100%.
racing. That's where you're going to get, you know, it says a lot when people you speak to in the Toka package.
Yeah.
So I've said a lot tonight, Scott.
Yeah.
I'm on one.
That's all right.
But
I've got a bag full of 50p's. I'll keep putting them in.
But it says a lot when you're in, when you're at the Toka weekend. You look at the Porsche hospitality.
Oh, it kicks the arse out of all the hospitality. You know, there's no manufacturers in British touring cars, so Porsche, they get you in, don't they?
Yeah. A Mini are kind of there, but they're not there. But I know what I'd rather go and do.
Porsches.
Exactly. If I'm paying, it's the rumours I hear. If you're weighing up JCW, Porsche.
Oh, Porsche all day long.
Dink. And I know
there's bigger opportunities for you.
Yeah.
The ladder's bigger. And if we found out some stuff when we were on the media day at the finances of how much it costs to run a Mini.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal.
Oh, it's horrific.
Disgusting, to be honest with you. The cost it costs you to race, even just what Alex Keynes runs in the little other Coopers.
Yeah.
I know we did stuff with Legends, but compared to Legends, not even a contest. Not even a contest.
100%.
So,
speaking of Legends,
yeah.
You had a going one, didn't you? So obviously we've got this far into the podcast and we haven't spoken about the fact last episode we had a great episode with the Legends Media Day guys. My turn Walker, Will Gibson tells me he is going to get me out in a Legend one day for a test. You had one. How was it?
Brilliant, actually. There was a bit very unexpected. I was just meant to sit next to Will, and I was quite happy with that because the weather was absolutely atrocious. So
it was. Wasn't it?
It was awful. So then to be dropped in, let's just say I was nervous a little bit. That's Will's car.
It was.
No, Will's car.
And we were properly taking the piss out of the fact that, you know, you're getting into the reigning champion, you know, the reigning championship car, Will's baby, don't bend it.
I'm 6'2" and about 17.5 stone trying to get into a little Tykes bloody racing car with 1300cc Yami in it.
Really is.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I managed to squeeze myself in. Quite spacious, actually, when you're in. Yeah. It's just getting through the tiny little aperture, as you rightfully took the piss out of me.
Videos will be getting released on the shorts.
Thank you so much.
It's I've kept those for later social mediaings. Don't worry about that stuff.
And you know what? I was actually feeling quite pleased with myself because I was massively nervous. Really slippy track. I haven't driven a lock diff in 18 years, something like that, and that was on the dirt.
You drove really well. I had a look at the onboard and I connected all the little twitches up.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm looking at that going, no, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
That was good. It was good. I was just more scared about being in Will's car, and I thought I did a great job. Right up until the point Aaron Cook decided to release his one-hand drift round Coppice and just made what I did look pathetic. So thanks for that, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks.
Brilliant, mate.
First you drilled into a car while we were recording the first interview. So the interview sounded like we were going... There's just industrial noise in the background.
So guess who's going to get a doorbell in his car next time? Cheers, dude.
That's the best prank you could play.
That was brilliant. Yeah, thanks to R1 for that little heads up. That was great. It was unreal experience. Thanks to Will for that. Thanks for Legends. The whole pod was brilliant. So I want to go in the dry though.
Do you now?
Yeah, because I don't think I got a fair crack at it. But that was awesome. And what an awesome bunch of guys as well, honestly.
Yeah, and you were 2 seconds a lap quicker than another experienced driver.
Oh, you say experienced, so the experienced driver I actually found is a weird thing. Like I've been in motorsport for, Christ, I was
too long.
12 years old, so 26 years, 27 years. Yeah, cheers for that. And I remember watching Darren Akehurst when I was 12. Rocking around in his hot rod. My little brother's got a signed photograph of him. So, and then find out you're out with him. Do you know what? It's weird. There's a guy you used to watch and you used to admire. And I know it's ovals, but that's oval boys. You admire what you can see, and you've all got your heroes. And to watch that and then go up against that, but the great thing is, I might have beaten Darren by 2 seconds, but then you look at Tyler Reid's time. How much quicker was Tyler Reid? This is going to damage me so bad. Tyler Reid was 21 seconds quicker than me.
22 and a half.
There you go. Drifting down Cranus. It was an unreal experience, phenomenal. But yeah, he's another freak of nature as well.
He did make you look like a right mug.
Well, I made myself look like a mug getting in that car the way I did and out.
And then stalling it. Will said to me, as soon as you stalled it, he just said, as soon as I looked at him put on some lock, he thought, yeah, he's fucked. And I thought, you know what, Will, congratulations, mate, because I would have done exactly the same thing and just let you stall it.
Yeah, it did. But no, it's a great experience. We'll get you out, Mum.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to it.
But Will does do taster days, doesn't he?
He
so
does
you can actually ring Will Legends if you fancy it. Give it a crack. Brilliant.
100%.
So yeah, media day was good, wasn't it?
Very good. There was some world motor racing on.
There was indeed.
There was a bit down under. There was a bit in the States. There was a bit in Sweden. What should we start with first?
Let's do a bit of Rally Sweden.
Toyota are just dominant.
Yeah.
Pure and simple.
Best drivers, my opinion, in the best car at the minute.
Yep. Best car at the minute. I think Hyundai are going to pull out at the end of the year.
I wouldn't be surprised either. That car looked really difficult, didn't it?
Yeah. The new rules come in next year. I'm not convinced that Hyundai. I just don't think that's our... Is that the T-urn?
That's the T-urn, yeah.
I do not think Hyundai are going to... If they are going to commit, I think it's going to be 1 or 2 cars next year at most on a factory-backed effort, even with the reduced costs.
Yeah, possibly. Very possibly.
Thierry Neuville, potentially, coming towards the end of his career. I think it's a bit of a crossroads time for Hyundai.
Definitely. It'd be nice to see. Then you need him to stay. But
the heartbreaking thing for me is I hark back to if we hadn't lost Craig Breen, he would have been Hyundai's
main man.
I think he would have turned into Hyundai's main man, the mayor of Bradbury. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens at the end of the year. But it was just a dominant 1, 2, 3, 4, but not Ollie Solberg.
No, lucky boy. Lucky boy.
He had a few chances to go off, didn't he?
He definitely did, and the pictures of him digging the snow out of his front grille after the third incident was quite good.
It's quite funny.
It was. Lucky boy, though. Hell of a driver.
Taka is doing well. Still hasn't won a rally yet.
No.
Bit of a bridesmaid for the team. I can't help but think because of he's the Japanese influence, because it's Toyota and they want a Japanese driver in one of their cars.
Yeah.
But Elvin Evans, superb.
Oh,
Sublime.
Unreal. Dominant.
But he's got to get it done this year.
Yeah, it does. But it's not going to be easy. Really not going to be easy.
It's just going to be a straight fight between him and Ollie Solberg.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that.
Wouldn't surprise me if Hyundai don't win a rally.
I don't think they will. Not the way Toyota are at the minute. That car's just unreal. And their drivers are just on it. Absolutely on it. And M Sport are fucking themselves up.
John Armstrong got first finish, first points.
Yeah.
Tick. After what happened at Monty, because I don't know where it was a technical, but he was just off on one of the last stages at the Monty. After, for me, was one of the drives of the Monty Rally and a hell of a debut in the World Rally Championship.
Yeah.
In a Rally 1 car. What is going on with Ford, though? Is it the fact that Ford are still, they're still known as M Sport Ford, but I don't think there's much Ford backing going in there. Mark Rushbrook is kind of, he was at Bathurst, so... he went at Rally Sweden. I don't think Ford is top of, rallying is top of
Ford's list. No,
list at the moment.
No, I completely agree with you. They're going into endurance racing, aren't they? That's where their big focus is.
And F1.
Yeah, so
everything else.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the tyres delamming. It was a joke. They just made themselves look stupid.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that looks bad on the drivers because Josh McCullen and John Armstrong drove really well.
Yeah. And it wasn't. It's not like it's not known in that rally for punches. Mm-hmm. So is that them running the tyres too low? Because they're just delamming.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on that. After what I saw,
lot of work to do.
Loads.
A lot of work to do. But John Armstrong, he's still one of my picks for the future.
You love him, don't you?
He's one of the characters, a very dry character. And you kind of need that. And you know what? With the likes of Elvin Evans, Ollie Solberg's got a Brit. If you can keep the likes of Josh McCurlin and John Armstrong in it and keep the British and Irish fighting in there, it means we can get Rally GP back, get both back. I don't want to go to Rally Saudi Arabia. Bugger off.
Yeah, absolutely. Bloody right.
Proper rallying.
It's not just drivers we've got in the WRC, it's co-drivers, and we've got some of the best in the world. So
100%. So we need to bring them... we need to give them a home rally.
Yep.
Because the pedigree's over here anyway. M Sport are based here, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense.
Home of World Motorsport UK, mate.
100%. So there are rumours, there are discussions going on behind the scenes. I think, with Dave Richards runs Motorsport UK and Hugh Chambers runs Motorsport UK, who are heavily rally-based and have come from that background, there will always be an interest.
Yeah.
Just try and get over that hurdle of insurance.
Yeah.
Right, time for a quick coffee break, I think. And then we need to delve into the Bathurst 12-hour and the Daytona 500.
Yeah, baby.
Right, we'll be back.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to like and subscribe on the likes of Spotify and YouTube. Subscribe to listen to us for new content coming up wherever you can.
So, international motorsport, do we go down under or over to the great beyond?
Let's go down under first.
Well, Bathurst, my word.
Ooh.
That was a good start to the year, wasn't it? Christ.
Yeah, baby.
Where do we start?
Oh, well, should we start with the gory stuff? Get straight into it.
Literally 250 Ks in. Chris Mees, he's probably the luckiest man alive. And if you want to find out what happens when you hit a kangaroo at 250 kilometres an hour and turn it into pink mist.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
The onboard footage is quite striking. But it's come through, and even pictures of his helmet afterwards. That's to put it bluntly, it's covered in bits of kangaroo fur, meat,
and poo,
and shit.
Yeah,
and kangaroo.
It's like when you hit a deer. Same thing.
Literally, just obliterated it and came through the windscreen at him.
Yeah. We're in the A pillar.
Yeah, destroyed the car.
Yeah.
Nearly destroyed him. He got out of the car and he was, he's being physically sick at the side of the track, understandably.
Yeah, massively.
Covered in kangaroo guts. And that was the end of, obviously, Brock Feeney was in that car.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing how he's going to go this year because, well, we are actually going to, Supercars starts this weekend at Sydney Motorsport.
It does indeed.
So we'll preview that shortly. But I think I was looking forward to seeing Ford's effort in that race because Corvette were looking good until Earl Bamber had a suspension failure.
Yeah, they were, but they're still a bit off the pace. They're still a bit off the pace, aren't they?
But it's all the only problem with GT3 racing is this bloody POB stuff.
Yeah.
BOP. because you could literally sandbag in qualifying, detune the engines.
Yep.
And then come back in the race and be like, yeah, we won.
Yeah, have 10 kilos dropped off you and then, oh, look at us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, which I think that kind of spoils it to it. It should be on a 6-month thing.
Yeah, don't know. There's track specific as well. I think, it is really confusing. You need to pay so much attention to it, but there is gamesmanship in order to get the BOP to work for you.
I think so, very much. I mean, the Mercs taking themselves out as well, going up the hill. There was that going on. There was a lot of contact in this race.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even it didn't let itself down at the start, same as last year, side by side, going up the hill in the dark, 3 wide, from Hell Corner, up the straight, over the breast of the hill, still 3 wide, and I'm thinking, oh, they're going to go off first. And then the first incident was that Mustang at the side of the track.
Yeah.
And I thought, bloody hell, here we go.
Well, I thought it was good. Even in before the race even started, we lost 1 with the Aston.
Yeah.
Literally, it literally started. I thought the whole thing was a brilliant event.
It was a brilliant event. I mean, what that Kiwi Mustang was doing across the top, just hot dogging across and not really looking in its mirrors, and which is quite. Unfortunately, it's quite typical of the race where you've got the GT3s and the GT4s and the Invitationals. And I think the Invitationals this year had one Camaro that had an issue that lost a rear wing early on. And
lost a rear wing down Conrod, and that was lucky.
The chase.
that was lucky, really. That could have been a whole lot worse.
I'll tell you what could have been a whole lot worse, and potentially will be. He's still in hospital. Is the
broke his back?
Yeah, the shunt between the Porsche and the Mercedes, which we were listening to the Apex Hunters pod earlier, and Scott and Elliot said it how it was, and they were like, what the fuck happened? Like, the cars were going across McPhillamy Park. Well, they weren't even at McPhillamy Park. They were at the Great.
Yeah.
Once the images came up on the TV that the car had spun.
Yeah.
Why the hell didn't they hit the safety car button?
It should have been instant.
Because of where it is. The elbow, it's so tight going through there. It's one-way traffic.
Yeah.
It's not and they're big cars. It's not easy just to go, I'll just turn it, put it into a flick spin, and away we go.
No. That should have been instant. I don't know. That was just way too slow to react. Was it something like how many? I can't remember what the seconds were. It was a lot. Yeah. It was a long time. And
not blaming the marshals either, because for a race like that, they're actually beholden to the officials. They tell them when to put certain signals out.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc. So, it's one of those for the marshals.
Yeah.
What it gets down to is the officials.
Yeah.
Someone fucked up. There's going to be an inquiry.
There's got to be a system as well where stuff like that happens. It just needs to be then. If you're not told, and didn't the Merc have radio issues as well, which obviously contributed to it?
It was either the Merc or one of them had radio issues. So I think it was the Porsche actually. So the Porsche spun. So it couldn't obviously relay whether it had any issues or anything like that. I mean, the impact was sickening. Absolutely sickening. So you kind of look back and go, oh, crap, okay.
Yeah, not nice.
Heart goes in your mouth. They red flag the race. You think, unfortunately for something like that, you think the worst.
You do think the worst. Because
it's still as greatly built as these GT3 cars are, etc., etc. It's still so.
There's only so much that they can withstand.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And that a human being can stand in terms of impact.
100%. 100%. But it goes to show just how strong they are with an impact like that. I know he's in hospital and broke his back, but you could have been so much worse.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's things to take from that race. I did really enjoy the race. It had pretty much everything.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
To me, it felt like a 12-hour sprint.
Yeah. Well, I think any 12. Endurance racing now is sprint. It's not.
Yeah.
Any time you speak to someone and it's just like, no, do you know what? It's flat out for 12 hours, for 6 hours, for 24.
And the fact that you had a bronze car finishing second as well just shows the madness of the race. Chaz Mostert and Jaden Ojeda contact going up the hill, the two Mercedes I referred to earlier. 29th to 1st in the Mercedes. They didn't have a good start to the weekend, but bloody hell, they had a good finish.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what happens at the beginning, mate, as long as you cross that line first.
Absolutely. So it was good to see it, and a good start to the Australian
motorsport season.
Motorsport season. Sydney Motorsport Park this weekend is going to be quite tasty.
Spicy.
Yeah, the Toyotas don't look on the pace as they should be. They have
No.
been. The rumours are there have been some issues in engine development.
Yep.
And getting the engines built. If I was discussing this with someone earlier, and I think if I was going to pick 3 winners out of the weekend, it would be Brock Feeney in the 888 Mustang. I go Cam Waters. He always goes good at round 1.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And I'd go Brady Kostecki because he's had that 1 year in the Dick Johnson Mustang.
Yeah.
He's got the 17, the old number.
Needs to do it this year.
I think so. I mean, he's won a championships. He's not a dog. So
I know, but he just needs to announce himself on the, needs to.
as one of the greats.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where he needs to be. He's like you said. He's done it for long enough.
But he's won a championships. He's done that bit. He's won Bathurst. He's done that bit. I think what he needs to do is stamp his authority as Dick Johnson Racing. I'm going to win loads of championships. I'm here to stay.
He needs to be the man to beat.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to. Fucking the head of go out and dominate.
Yeah.
I think then you can be looked at as one of the greats.
And he can do it.
He can do it.
I think this is Brock Feeney's deciding year. He's come back with a beard. He's come back with a beard, and he's kind of stayed away. I did find what he did with because I showed the documentary at the Supercars media press thing. They had the big screen up behind, and it had the contact with him and Ryan Wood last year, and they obviously showed what happened with him at the final round and stuff, and he turned his back to it and just faced the audience, and I thought, don't be childish. I get you're hurt.
Yeah. Do you think it's just playing up a little bit?
Maybe.
Keep him talking about it.
But and again, I'll flip the coin and look at this from the other way. If him and Woody are going to have a bit of needle with him all year because of what happened last year, and I'll say it again, that didn't lose him the championship.
No.
The engine failing lost him the championship. If that means there's going to be a genuine rivalry when them two genuinely want to knock panels out of each other and knock 7 bells out of each other when they're off the track, so be it. We haven't had a rivalry like that in years.
That'd be brilliant.
Probably since SVG and Scotty Mack.
Yep.
Pookie Coey parking the cars up next to each other and not letting Scott out, things like that, and trying to open his car.
It's good. That's what will bring the crowd in.
That's what you need the rivalry back for.
Every racing series needs it. It's what we all look for.
But I'm not. I think what Supercars have done is they've scored a bit of an own goal in terms of the commentary team.
Okay.
I've wanted Scaife out for a while. Scaife has been the issue in that commentary box, but Crompo is one of the legends.
Yeah. It's windy.
Yeah, and I think one of the issues I've found is the fact there was no send-off for Crompo. And I get, by the sound of it, he was kind of told he was going, and he didn't want to send off.
Yeah.
But I think he earned one.
He should have had one. I know.
And
they should have just done it anyway, forced him into it.
Yeah. Either that. Personally, I think he should have been kept on. Because you keep him as... It's always been in the glory days of Supercars, there is one main commentator, one analyst, and then like a co-commentator.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of them in the box. And I think that dynamic goes really, really well.
Yep.
When Crompo and Scaife were first in, Bathurst 2014, their commentary made that race.
Right.
But they just don't have that now.
Okay.
So that's why they've wanted to have the change-up, and I get that. But they should have kept Crompo on. Hence, the big thing that's going on with the online petition, and lots of people have signed it. There's quite a few pissed-off fans out there that don't like it, so we'll see what happens.
No one likes change, especially if it's not for what you want,
but
unfortunately.
they've announced a rotating sort of thing, and Chaz Naylon gets his start, and James Courtney and Garth Tander come in as sort of full-time commentators. They're doing a big rotational thing with the Supercars.
Similar thing with the NASCAR they do, where they switch it up. It does work sometimes.
But again, you got Lee Diffie with NASCAR. He started in V8.
Yeah.
And I think Lee Diffie is a brilliant commentator, and NASCAR are very lucky to have him.
They are. He's definitely added something.
100%. Well, let's talk about Daytona.
Yeah, let's talk about Daytona.
Talk me through it.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was so good.
It was brilliant.
Can I just put this across to you? Has SVG, we've had this, and again, I'm biased, I know. By the way, Matty Parks, right? Parks Motorsport messaged me a few days ago. First of all, thank you for your lovely comments, Matt. I love you to bits. Produces lovely BMW race cars. He agrees with me. SVG is absolutely brilliant.
He is.
And I think he's announced himself on the ovals as, I'm here to stay now. Because he led that race by pace.
On merit. And the other thing, which is one of the biggest things and the biggest compliments you'll get when you're racing in that field, if you pull out and no one goes with you, you're not trusted. You're an outsider. If you pull out and people go with you, especially at places like Daytona and Talladega, you're now trusted. They respect you.
Yep.
People were following SVG and they pushed him to the front. He led it.
Yep.
He earned it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
The whole fucking way. So, yes, I do completely agree with you. And we said this before, when he cracks the ovals, they're in the shit.
Well, they're taking the road courses off him.
yeah. And it's annoying because the Roval was a good street race. A street race, circuit race.
Yeah.
So yeah, once he cracks it, hell yeah.
But is he going to crack it this year?
Yeah. Honestly, I do. I think he'll win on the oval.
Okay.
I do think he'll win on the oval.
Do you want to put him as a dark horse for the championship?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's consistency over the season because they've slightly changed the way the chase is done. Mm-hmm. I don't put him as a dark horse for the championship. I think there are far better other drivers within NASCAR have had to up their game.
Right.
And you do. Tyler Reddick winning was on merit. He deserved to win that.
Right.
You only got to lead that last bit. You don't have to lead the whole race. And he's another class driver.
Very much so.
There's lots of really good emerging talent. Mm-hmm. I think I just loved the whole 500, to be honest.
It was a very good race. Big wreck.
Massive wreck. There's always the big ones at Daytona. There's a lot of people voicing their opinions on the 3 wide, like 5 seconds slower per lap that Toyota did, because it's done on fuel mileage.
Yeah.
So how do you fix it? Because you go back to them running flat out, or the cars have got so much downforce. If you take that away, you make the cars really hard to drive at top speed, and then that would change it. Denny, if you listen to Denny Hamlin's podcast, he does his debrief on the Monday. And it's the same thing. That frustrated me a little bit because that got very, very boring.
Okay.
And then if you listen, Brad Keselowski's like, fuck these guys, let's push through. Then you got Noah Gragson tell Brad to go fuck himself.
It was quite funny.
Yeah. It's because he doesn't. So, yeah, there was just a lot to talk about from that race.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young drivers coming up in NASCAR.
Yep.
2311 have got a really good roster in their drivers.
Yeah, they have.
I don't quite understand why Bubba Wallace was so distraught again by not winning a 3500. Like, mate, you weren't you're good on the super speedway. Do you know what? Reddick did a better job.
Yeah,
you weren't going to win it. You were right there at the end. You didn't have such. You fucking looking dejected in front of the thing. You're not fooling anyone. So, and the same thing with Brad. And Brad reckons he could have won the race. Keselowski, he had a run. He wouldn't have got there. No, I don't think he would have got there. If you saw, I think it was Riley Herb's 100 foot-pound of brake pressure to not hit Chase Elliott. That's how big of a run he had.
Yeah.
He hesitated in that point, which then he could have won the race. He zigged instead of zagged. He could have won it. Chose to help. Essentially helped Reddick because he's still at the back of him and spun the 9. So it was just a good race. I'm glad they got it done before the weather came in. And I know Kyle Busch at the minute, he's getting loads of crap because coming down on the white flag lap, backed out of it. And the spotter goes, "You run out of fuel?" And he's like, "Why the fuck am I racing to the wreck?" Made a point. He's not going to win the race.
No.
So why wreck the car?
Yeah.
Smart move. In my opinion, I'm not a Kyle Busch fan, but that was a smart move. There's always going to be the big one at Daytona.
Yeah, 100%.
We had 3.
Any super speedway, really. You're just asking for a massive win.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the gloves are off. You come to the line, there's 600 yards, 1,000 yards to the line. You ain't looking. You're looking at that line, and you're just completely moving on instinct, on gut.
Yeah. Whoever's in the way, don't care. Go.
Yeah, pretty much. I honestly, I was so hoping that we'd get a first-time winner of the 500, I was like, come on, like Chase, Melliot. I thought, yeah, he's got this. And then the run from behind was just massive. So, yeah, there's a lot to dissect, really. Denny as well. Allgaier blocked him late.
Yeah.
Denny had made his mind up. He was coming through. And I think that's maybe... Allgaier's a good driver as well, so it was a bit... One of the points you've got to think of was why Allgaier did it, and I don't quite understand that, is that he's not in it for the championship. He's just there to get a finish at Daytona in junior motorsport car.
Yeah.
The other guys, they're racing for points.
Mm.
If they got a run, let them go. Go again. It's not...
But I suppose in the heat of the moment, they're not thinking of that.
Yeah, you've got to go into it with that mindset. He drove fantastic last year and got a great finish. But with that race being the way that race is,
Yeah.
it's about finishing and getting the places and getting the money. I mean, because you put like the only car not to be involved in any wreck the whole night, no contact. Josh Berry, one car.
That is the stat that stands out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just I mean, that's astonishing.
But the other thing as well, did you know, like, it was straight, that race just had everything from the start. BJ McLeod, they just start and then the rear tolling fails. Boom. Oh, right, this is going to be one of those races.
Yeah.
Straight away. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Michael Jordan.
What a man. His mate, he took on NASCAR and won, and then he goes and wins NASCAR's biggest race. It's like, the guy is just...
Do you reckon the NASCAR commissioners just sat there gritting his teeth?
I reckon they were just like, anyone but him. Anyone but him. Literally.
And all the NBA models, like medals that he's won and the success that he's had, and he's kissing the trophy of the 500 because it still means that much to him as a team owner.
Yeah, and he's followed NASCAR for a long time. A long time. So to then win that,
yeah,
that's huge, you know what I mean? If you can't do it as a driver, which obviously you never, so to win that as a team owner and be involved in that,
that's got to be special.
What a feeling.
That has got to be so special.
What a feeling. But it's just teed up NASCAR's back.
Yeah.
We're on to the next one.
On to the next one already. How many?
Eco Park.
35
weeks, I think, 35 races.
Yeah.
So Eco Park this weekend. Looking forward to that. Trucks were good. It was quite funny with the Ram sponsor. This was a Chevy truck sponsored by Ram.
Yeah.
It was Tony Stewart, which was quite funny. Just blanked out.
What happened there?
He just got involved in a wreck and then couldn't finish. It wasn't his fault. He's doing his thing as well.
Has he still got the pace?
Yeah, I think so. He said the truck wasn't there. So they were just working through it. You know what I mean? So he's not stupid. That, like I say, that truck, that team, they're going to run a few different drivers throughout the season, which is good. Yeah, there's a lot of heat coming on Cletus McFarlane, so I do get some of the diehards points when they say that he shouldn't be there and why are we letting essentially influencers get into races like that, and you're taking away from kids and these guys. He's not earned his stripes and racing the lower formula.
Yeah, but okay, not earned his stripe. Is he on the pace?
He's on the pace. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I thought he brings something to the race, and you know what? It's hard to drive those trucks. It's hard to drive those cars in that pack.
If he can turn up and be on the pace, there's no problem with it.
No, I don't have an issue with it either. There's a lot. I think it's just, he's caused a wreck and taken cars out that are in the championship. It's racing. You allow the drivers to do this. It's not his fault. NASCAR are allowing him and other drivers to come into these one-off events.
Yeah.
He's earned his right to be there. He paid his money.
I think very much so, yeah.
He's brought the fans in the gate to see him.
100%, yeah.
And the viewers, so it's fucking fair, let's be honest.
And NASCAR needs to engage with their fans, and they do a very good job of engaging with their fans, and this is one of the ways they do it.
Yeah, they're getting better at it. They are getting better at it.
So, there we go.
But yeah, no, loved the 500, one of the best ones. It's 25 years since we lost Dale, so that's a bit... I was kind of hoping we'd have an RCR car. Exactly that. It's 25 years today.
Yeah,
18th,
as we record, so...
Yeah, I'd have loved to have seen the junior motorsports car win that. But with that, Jesus, that's a movie script if that ever happened, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So yeah, no, it's great. Brilliant. Good weekend of motorsport, in my opinion. Very
good weekend of motorsport. The motorsport season is back.
Yes. The other thing we didn't talk about, did you see any of the Formula E?
No.
So
I did see Izzy Hammond had a bit of a shunt.
24G.
That's a hell of a shunt.
24G.
I do hope she's okay.
That's a massive shunt.
It's
huge.
a massive shunt. I get why Formula E are trying to put influences in cars because it's the same as we've just spoken with NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Formula E are trying to get new people into the cars. I do hope it doesn't deter Izzy from trying other forms of motorsport. I don't want that to be her only form of motorsport. I just hope she's got good insurance. Purely through Bradline.
Yeah.
Her dad tried a hill climb, crashed a bit. Tried drag racing, crashed a bit.
Both of them have driven electric cars and crashed them.
That's a good point.
The Rimac.
Stay with combustion engines.
But no, I'm glad she's all right. Yeah.
It was a hell of a shunt. But to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest with you now. I don't watch Formula E. Not interested.
Neither do I. I just thought, but this is what they've done smartly. It was probably a good thing for Formula E and for Izzy in such a thing, because I don't watch Formula E. I don't want to watch it. It does nothing for me. Electric cars bore the shit out of me. But everyone saw that.
Yep.
So maybe they were hoping for it. I'm not saying they would, and you wouldn't want anyone to crash.
I don't think they would. You wouldn't want to put someone in a car like that to crash it deliberately, but you're looking for those key moments that make people go, oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit like us putting up a clickbaity reel about teams not paying their bills.
Who's not paid their bills?
Exactly. It's it's a bit, we live in a clickbaity society, I'm afraid, and a car going crash into a wall, we're like, ooh.
Yeah, and it's all over social media.
We pick up our phones and go, oh, someone's had a nasty one, and then you go straight to the comments and go, we are cooked as a society.
Yeah, we are. Unfortunately, we're into our phones too much, and it's too easy. And yeah, we'd rather see that than see someone win. For the most part,
kind of feels that way at the moment.
It does indeed.
It does.
What have we got coming up? We got Race Retro Sunday.
Race Retro this Sunday. I'm very much looking forward to that. I think it's almost replaced Autosport. Well, actually, so we've got some other news to talk about that I didn't actually put for this race. Motorsport Expo, London XL. Your thoughts?
Wrong location.
Yes.
Right idea, wrong location.
Having been to the Expo, yes.
Completely. London is not the place to have anything to do with a motorsport show. You can't. It's just no. You just don't.
I think they're going after a different demographic. They're not thinking of the UK motorsport market. They're thinking international. They're thinking F1. I reckon they're going to use it for F1 and the World Rally, the world sort of teams.
But why London? There's other places you can do it.
Because it's a capital city. I agree with you, but I think that's why it's been done there. I think it's Ben that formerly did Motorsport Days Live, which kind of is interesting for me because I thought, well, Motorsport Days Live worked. Why not have it?
Why not at Silverstone?
Exactly.
They've got the wing. They've got the space to do it. They've got the facilities. You can do the live track action stuff.
Yeah.
It is the home of British motorsport. Why not at Silverstone?
I'm guessing there's more behind the scenes as to why that's not happened.
It'd be great to know.
I'm going to have to do some digging, I think, and maybe make some phone calls and get some people on the podcast maybe to chat about it.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good episode.
But I'm also one of those, until the initial event has happened, we could sit here and bag it all we want, but we're just like them people on Facebook that just comment on everything going.
Yeah, I must admit though, as soon as I saw it in London, I was like, well, that's a bit stupid place to put a motorsport show on. But my head just literally went to Silverstone when I read about it. So yeah, maybe that's just really expensive to put it on at Silverstone. I don't know.
But more expensive than the XL in London?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Let's see.
I think that's one of the things that we mentioned before about what killed Autosport.
Yeah,
was the location, the cost of it. So maybe they are looking for the higher end, but you still need the punters to come through the door.
Absolutely. So you either make your money from getting people to come in and buy exhibition stands and stuff like that, and bring people that way, and then get punters to spend money while they're there.
Yeah.
But you get them to enter for free.
Oh, mate, a free motorsport show would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
It would.
It'd be so busy.
It would. But I'm looking forward to Race Retro. It should be good fun to have a walk around there this weekend. Hopefully do some videoing, catch up with some people, have a look at what race series are about, and just generally see what's out there at the moment. It's got some catching up to do with some people.
Yeah, we do indeed.
And we've got some exciting guests to come up on the podcast as well.
We have indeed. There's loads. Loads.
Including former Formula One driver. I'll just leave that there.
Yeah, we mentioned who we got coming on before.
Oh, we have.
We have. But we got people like Mike Wilds, and then we've got some grassroots stuff coming on as well.
100%.
So we want to cover everything, really. We're not just... I know we're talking very much about Formula 1 and WRC, and
Well,
that's all that's on at the moment.
Yeah, they're major motorsport things that are going on at the moment, but the club scene is very much starting to stir up and starting to kick off. There are teams out testing. There are cars out testing. Entries are opening up for all sorts of events.
Yeah, loads of series.
And we're just waiting. The wheels will start spinning in March. That's when you get the first club meetings of the year, and then we really get into the motorsport season, so I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
But until next week, Scott, I think that's about it for this
I
one.
think we're done.
There we go. Right, see you next week, folks.
See you later.
And, yeah, don't forget to text someone if you haven't caught up with them in a while. Much love.